Hi guys, here we are in a little village called Ceirsy on the banks of the River Somme, and we're in a military cemetery. And this one is a little bit different because, as you see, we have crosses as opposed to headstones, and this we believe is where the French were buried, in with a cross above them. Some of them have this type of headstone, which we believe also is the French Algerian part of their army. And over here, a little separate piece, and this is where the British Commonwealth forces are. And literally every county in England is represented in this cemetery, but also we've got quite a few Australians in here. We're also hoping to pop over just over there. You can see some buildings there, and I think that's something to do with the military cemetery as well. So here we are. It's Tina. I'm going to try and do a reading and see if we get anything, Tina. Has anything come through at all?
Yeah, I have. Excuse me. I have got someone. Yeah, I've got someone who's been here quite well.
Okay.
So
Have you got a name for him, Tina?
let me just expand my engine.
Okay.
Okay, if there's anyone here who'd like to come through in this time and space, please do. We're not here to harm you in any way, but we're here to help if we can. So please make your presence known and connect with me, please. So what I saw was right here,
Yeah.
sort of a soldier, sort of frozen in time, like the statue.
Oh.
It's really covered in dirt and mud, so it's really hard to. It's a very dark image, to be honest.
Okay.
And I don't know why, so we'll find out. I'm getting the name Richard. Give me last name. Langley.
Okay.
Richard Langley. Why are your hair down? What's kept your hair? Oh, he's still in the battle, isn't he? It's like this, and he's striding forward, and it's like frozen in time.
It's unusual, isn't
Very
it?
unusual. I've never seen that before. It's like a statue, but it's not a statue, it's a person.
Is he still frozen in time?
Give me a chance.
Well,
I think that's the stance he was when he got killed.
okay.
That's the stance. He's lurching forward with his bayonet or something, with a gun. He's got a tin hat on. I think, yeah, he's English. Yeah, it's an English soldier. I don't think he had any. I think he was just a private, to be honest, because the way he's dressed and he's got his things all on, his backpack, everything. Because they had to take everything with him every time they went out, didn't they? Backpack.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Yes.
And he's got like these socks that come up there in the boots.
Yeah.
He's definitely English.
Yeah. Is he still frozen in time?
I think he came through as he was when he passed.
Yeah.
Okay, Richard, what you got to tell us now? Why are you still here? He's stuck. It's just stuck. He's just stuck. He's just stuck on the surf plane. As simple as that. Okay, let's try and see. How did you pass? That was an explosion.
Right.
Another explosion.
Oh, right.
Though I can't see any. He seems like he's all there, if you understand what I mean.
Do you think it was an explosion that just pretty much vaporized him, Tina?
Yeah.
And hence this frozen split second?
Duke of Wellington.
Oh.
No, sorry, he's telling me what's. Yeah, sorry. He was telling me what brigade. Duke of Wellington?
Okay.
He'll be one of these unknowns.
Yes.
He will be one of the unknowns, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Richard. We got that much.
And what part of the country is she from, Tina?
London.
Okay.
Got that straight in there, London. East End.
Okay.
All Cockney. London East End, yeah.
What part of the East End?
It's in Mile End.
Yeah. There is a place called Mile End, yeah. Well done.
So yeah, so that was a village sort of like, but that was extended, yeah. But this time it weren't, yeah. So London's always been big, but you know that's grown over the years, and in this age it weren't. You know that was there. They were all connected, but there was like gaps in between. Do you
Right.
understand?
Yeah.
Just a little
It's
bit of
like an
gaps.
urban
Urban
sprawl.
sprawl, yeah. You're talking about First World. We're talking about First World.
Yeah. And right. And what did he used to do?
Well, I'm seeing him
Yeah.
nailing boots, so I would say he was some sort of
A
cobbler.
cobbler.
Yeah, something like that. He's
Okay.
nailing nails into a box of shoes. I can see that. So he told me it's his family tradition,
Okay.
and he broke the mould by coming out to
And
war
why did he come out to war then?
because that was the right thing to do. So we thought, come out and follow, you know, help people.
Was it the beginning of the war then?
I went far into it.
Right.
He went far into it. He weren't a recruit, you know. He weren't what do you call him?
Conscript.
He weren't a conscript.
No,
Sorry,
he's a volunteer.
no,
Yeah.
he was a volunteer.
And so he was
It's
trained.
called Ricky Sandhurst.
Oh, really?
That's what he said.
But that's
That
usually.
Duke of Wellington's quite high up. Put it down.
Yeah, so how come he's ended up there? Because that's quite high.
Yeah,
Sandhurst is where the top end.
yeah. They also trained the privates there as well. They
Okay.
did, you know. Obviously the top end, but you know, as the war went on, they were training where they could,
Yes.
and that's what he told me. He said Sandhurst too.
Yeah. If he said Sandhurst, it may not be the military academy,
No,
in
no.
it could be another one beside it or something like
Some
that.
train the troops. Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. And what did he think of the training?
he loved it. He was really, he wanted to be a soldier. You know, he wanted to do it, so he enjoyed every minute of it. Yeah.
And was he with his friends when he recruited? Was there a whole bunch of his mates who did it at the same time?
He signed three:
Yep.
John Howard and Billy.
Okay.
What's Billy's last name? Cohen. So Billy Cohen, William
And
Cohen.
did those two lads make it through?
No,
Pardon?
no,
Okay. And how
no.
old was he? How old was he when he died?
I'm getting 20.
Was he married? Children?
No,
Dad was a cobbler?
yeah.
What did Mum do?
She worked on a market stall
Okay.
in East
And
End.
did he have brothers and sisters?
There was three siblings.
Yeah.
Yeah, three siblings. One was a girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Two brothers.
No, no, it's two girls. Sorry, two girls
Okay.
and one brother.
And did the brother end up in the war?
No, he didn't want to join up.
No.
He wanted to make sure he was there. The dad was quite elderly. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Make sure that family business keep running.
Yes. Yeah.
And the girls, I can see florists or something. They were selling flowers. They're probably on the market. As well.
Okay.
I can see yeah, flowers definitely. Which was quite early then, wasn't it?
And so what was the impression when he ended up over here then on the Somme? His first impression of the battlefield?
To be honest, when he first got here, he said he couldn't wait to get out there and do. But that weren't like that. That weren't like that. You know, you didn't get out there. You know, not straight away. You know,
Right.
trench life for a long while, and then you get called. It was like you tell me there's like rows. You know, first I get all these. So he was at the back because he was younger or whatever because he was a new recruit,
New crew, yeah.
and they'd go out, and then someone would come back. You know, that was like phases. That's what he's telling me. You go
Right.
out, you first.
Yeah.
Like when they came back, they went to the back to be treated or whatever, get arrested. And yeah.
Then
that's what he's telling me.
again, so it was like a conveyor belt,
Like
a
a
reciprocating
belt,
conveyor belt
unfortunately,
of men. They weren't just. I was on the impression they'd be stuck in a trench until
And they were
inevitable.
stuck in a trench for a while, but then they'd have it.
Then they'd go back
Yeah.
for some
So
respite.
whoever made it back went to the back, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Went into recuperation, or had some food or had some sleep, and then
Yes.
they'd be the next one. That's what he's telling me anyway. That's what he's telling me.
And so he was on the edge of this conveyor belt and been hearing all the explosions. So how was it like then as he's getting forward closer and closer to the border?
Obviously, this is what he's telling me because some of them like that. But he said obviously the fear kicked in then.
Yeah.
Because when you see him go out and you don't see him all come back,
Yeah.
you know that he said, I knew in my head that, you know, my time would come.
Did you ever see the dead coming back then, in a sense that they were taken away?
They went to, there was like a Red Cross place or something. They didn't go back in the trench. They were taken away to the Red Cross tent.
So you never saw the dead again as
Yeah,
such?
not as such until you actually, I was out there and doing it myself.
Yeah, right, I see.
So when he got frozen in time is when yeah, yeah, that was an explosion. And that is why he's down as an unknown.
Yeah.
Because, you know,
Yeah.
he was blown up, bless his heart.
So he was in the trench then, and carry on. Tell us about that then, Tina.
It was hard. It was hard. It was like a shock, to be honest. But we all buoyed each other up. We all, you know, we never talked about, you know, we never talked about being killed. You know, we just tried to talk about family life at home, you know, and there's
Anything but.
anything but,
Yeah.
you know, to keep the what's it, what do you call it?
Morale.
Morale, and another word. Yeah, I'll say morale, but there's another word he said, but I can't remember it. To keep the atmosphere up,
Yeah.
morale up,
Yeah.
and to keep from
Spirits.
preventing
Keep
from
the spirits up.
yeah, to prevent them from, you know, being a coward. Although while he was there was some people who you know, ran and they got shot, and that's why we wouldn't.
And how would that
We had no choice. It was either run that way or get shot this way with your own company.
And how did that manifest then? What would happen when if you saw somebody who just couldn't cope?
They were just taken away. They were just taken out of the trench, and some of them went mad in the trench. But they were taken out. So these ones who didn't run but they had mental breakdowns and stuff were taken out.
Yeah.
And sent back home. They were the lucky ones. But the ones who ran away from the war deliberately, you know, they're the ones who got executed.
Right. Okay. Okay. So that was the setup. That's how it happened.
For being a coward.
Well, we know it weren't that at all.
No.
Today we know that, but back then that's what it was labelled as. But it wasn't. I mean, it just couldn't. It couldn't
How
cope.
can you not be a coward? Bloody hell! I couldn't.
How could you?
I'd be running.
Yeah.
I'd rather get shot.
I've got to be honest. He just showed no sign of cowardice on his way to that point.
No.
And then the emotions and fear took over.
Yeah.
For some of them.
Some of them were too weak. They shouldn't have been, you know.
Shouldn't have.
When I say weak, there's nothing wrong with that. They just weren't cut out to be soldiers.
No.
They had very little experience of war, apart from what they learned in, you know, training grounds.
Yeah.
And yeah, so some of them.
And the reality.
But they were taken back home. They were taken home to hospitals that are like the Ceirsy hospital. Do you understand me?
Yeah.
Like to recover, and then if they recovered, they'd be sent back.
And then maybe, yeah.
And if they didn't, they would have. No.
So they could have actually gone through and been at the front 2 or 3 or 4 times, and then just couldn't cope.
Yeah.
And had this breakdown.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway,
so
should we talk about him and his?
Yes. No. We've got to get a picture of this, Tina, and he's allowing us to do that. So what happened to him then?
He was they were having a, you know, when they go over the top, and that was artillery shell.
Yeah.
You know, he's running, and he had his. I'll have to show you, because when he came through, he sort of stood here like this.
Yeah.
And he was like this in that position,
yeah.
and frozen in time, like a statue. So that is when something must have hit him. You know?
And there was nothing left. There would be nothing left of him.
I don't really want to go into details, Michael, but yeah, it was yeah.
And it did happen, didn't it, Tina? There were going to be direct hits, if that's the phrase, is the right phrase.
I wouldn't say there's nothing left of him, but yeah, I don't really want to.
No.
But you know, it's not very nice.
No.
And I don't want to see it, but yeah, he had a show direct hit.
And what messages would he give to us? And here we are, 100 years later. Is he aware we're 100 years later, that he's talking to somebody?
No, he's not aware we're 100 years later, but he's aware now that he's not in that battlefield, because he's aware of that now.
And how did he see you when he first saw you in this? Because you said he stood there for some time.
Well, I thought he was like a statue.
Yeah, but what was his impression of you?
They just started talking to me. I don't think he had any impression. He just started, when I opened up to come in.
Has he been able to talk to anybody else since?
No.
This is the first time?
Yeah, obviously. Well, I mean, obviously it's the first time, otherwise he wouldn't be here, would he?
I don't know.
Well.
That's what I'm asking.
No, he's not talked to anyone else, Michael.
Okay.
he was a happy-go-lucky chap
Okay.
at home, you know, and he thought he was doing the right thing. Although his father didn't want him to go, obviously, because
No.
I think he was the youngest one, to be honest. Yeah, his older brother was taking, yeah, older brother David was taking over
The business.
the business
Yes.
to make sure it went.
Yes. If his father, yeah.
And his father never got over it.
What his father
He
got?
never got over losing his son.
Yeah.
I can see that.
Yeah. Or the mother come to that, would it? The mother as well.
And mother, but his father really took it badly.
Yeah.
He thought in his head he should have stopped him, and he never got over that. So he took it to his deathbed.
Yeah.
Oh, so you asked for a message, didn't you? Sorry.
Yes.
Richard,
Yes.
have you got any messages for today? That's now 100 years later. Or more than 100 years later.
It's 2023. Yes.
He's just saying the same for everyone else. There's war. This weren't my war.
Yeah.
And war is a terrible thing. So unless you're on it and in the battlefield, you really don't know what's going on. You know, you're not told at home what the truth is. Obviously, today is different.
Wow. Is it?
Well, we don't know, Mike. We can't say for sure.
No.
And
was he aware that we were?
It's just a waste of time. It's a waste of lives. Ooh. Do you know what he now said?
No.
I don't know if we can put this one out.
Yeah. Go on.
He thinks it was a way of getting rid of millions of people. Because straight after that, we had straight after the end of World War, it started during the World War One, it was the flu.
I know. I don't know.
Which killed millions of people. Well, I'm sorry if that's politically incorrect.
Well,
but that's what he thought about it, because he saw the useless slaughter and nothing was happening. You know, no movement. They weren't like covering ground. You know.
Yeah.
He saw it as just a slaughter ground.
Yes. Yeah, a conveyor belt to slaughter.
Yeah, that's what he saw. He saw the people going out.
Yeah.
People not coming in, and next.
Yeah.
Come on, lads.
Yeah.
He said he did really like his commander.
Right.
Or his captain, or whatever.
Could you give us his name of his commander?
Well, that was a corporal who was in command, wasn't it? That's what he's saying. Okay. Yeah. Or it could be a lieutenant. He said corporal, and then he said lieutenant.
Okay.
I'll get some names from them if I can. Frederick, but they used to call him Fred.
Yeah.
Frederick Williamson.
Okay.
And he said about a lieutenant. So did they have lieutenants?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I'm just confirming, Michael.
Yeah.
Henry Deville. That sounds French. But then again, the Devilles were in England anyway. You know.
Yes.
They would have been higher up.
Was he aware that they triumphed?
Did we? No, we weren't.
Oh, really?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, we weren't.
Yes.
Good question. He said, "Did we?"
Yes, you did.
Yes. Yes. So your life went in vain.
No, you did win.
I'm gonna cry.
But
it's shocked.
Okay. Oh, wow. And was he also aware that the war to end all wars didn't, and there was another World War 20 years later?
No, he went away.
And I'm going to tell him as well, that it was against the Germans. It was against the Germans.
Figures. That's what he said. He just said figures.
So there's a bit of good news there, and there's a bit of
Good news, not so good news.
Yes.
That ended the wars. There was 2 world wars, and that ended. And yes, we were victorious, but no one who fought in it on either side was victorious. Who lost their life.
Yep. And is he also aware then that here we are 100 and X number of years later, that we still have not forgotten the sacrifice they made, that we still view them as heroes today? We still appreciate the loss, the ultimate sacrifice. Are you aware of that?
He's broke down a bit.
Oh, has he?
He didn't. Now he knows. Yeah. Now
Oh,
he
wow.
knows that they're revered.
It hasn't been
Oh,
forgotten. It hasn't been forgotten.
sorry. He's all
Mm.
emotional. I'm feeling it. You're true heroes, Downton, and you're worshipped, and will never be forgotten. And here in Francis, 100 years later, and all these your graves are tended, looked after.
Yep.
The plants are watered. It's a beautiful place.
They're held in high, you know,
Yeah,
thought, aren't they, Tina?
you're revered as heroes, each and every
Absolutely.
one of you, whatever side you're on.
Yep. It didn't. Yep. Yep.
Not so much, I don't think, the other side, but then they're yeah,
Well, we don't know,
they
do
were
we?
just doing what you were doing. They were
Yeah,
trying
we
to win a
don't know,
war.
do we, Tina? We're finding out, but we. Yeah.
They're
Okay.
just trying to win a war just the same as he was, you know.
Yes. Yes.
So
Absolutely.
you can't. You have to be objective. You have to stand
Yes.
back and go. They're all human beings, each and every one
Yeah.
of them.
Absolutely. I quite agree with you, Tina. Yeah. Absolutely.
Okay, so shall we let this one
I think
go?
we should let him go. I
If he
mean,
wants to.
he certainly
Okay,
deserves to.
Richard. Rick. So call me Rick. Would you like to join your loved ones in heaven, where you belong? Actually, being a true hero.
Absolutely. They're all waiting for him, aren't they, Tina?
Okay, I'm tuning in now. He's like looking around. He's like, where? Like he's look. Okay, okay. So, what do I feel? I feel between them gates, like the gates of heaven.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I can see little spots in the sky. Okay. So portals opened up. I'm getting these up, Mother Brown. I am.
Wow.
Just opened up because that's what they were. Yeah, that's his life.
Yes. Yeah.
And this is, if this is his heaven, I'm
Yeah.
going to see. Yeah, his mum and dad, nanny and granddad. Oh, big family. All extended enders, you know, London, and quite poor. They
Yeah.
don't matter. They're
Yeah.
rich in happiness and
They're all
everything.
together.
Yeah. So they don't matter. I shouldn't have said that, but they were, you know, they weren't the top end, if you know what I mean.
No. No.
Okay. There used to be a park or forest nearby. They used to go to.
Okay.
Okay, so that's all opening up. Mum and dad are there. Oh, he had a sweetheart.
Oh.
Give me your name down. Name. Linda. Linda.
Okay.
A Linda.
Yeah.
Definitely that Linda. Who's she's like, yeah, a long skirt. You know, it's more like they were still in the. That was after the war when dresses went up, so these are still long dresses.
Right.
Okay, they're not short. They're
No.
not 20s because that came in after the war. So before that, everything was like ankle length,
Yes.
Edwardian and
Oh
stuff like
wow.
that.
Yeah.
Ready, darling? Yeah, he's just dropped everything. He's just dropped everything. What's weighing him down? His chains, his uniform, a heavy rucksack on his back, whatever had that in their rations. I don't know. They had to take him with it when they went
Yeah.
over apparently, and I don't know why.
No.
But they had to take him. Yeah. So I've got this lovely, cheeky, like I'll tell you, remind me of to look at Ollie Mers.
All right.
Yeah, that
Yes.
cheeky sort of
Yeah.
London sort of cheeky grin and
Yeah.
you know mop hair all over the place, shirt rolled up like this, white shirt rolled up like this, and some trousers on. He's got a jacket slung over him, so he's now going to go because he knows the summer. Okay.
Wow.
Up you go down. Follow the light. Oh, this is a happy reunion. He went really quickly.
Wow.
He weren't in no, you know. Some of them a bit nervous, some of them don't, you know. But
Yeah.
him, he's up there already,
Yeah.
and oh, cuddles and party. You can hear the music playing. Roll out the barrel. Honestly,
Yeah.
as I
Yeah.
said in London, isn't it? So that's his heaven.
Yeah. Yeah.
And in this heaven, everyone's happy. You know, the streets are clean, everything's gleaming, rather than dirty streets. You know, it's just where
Yes.
it's home for him. That's
Yes.
where he's gone. He's gone home. Bless him. Thank you, Richard. Thank you very much. I'm glad to be of service, and so is Michael. Thank you for letting us help you. Thank you. It's gone. I've got a big
Wow.
well done at the end.
What
Said,
from
well done.
Richard?
No, it was from a high spirit.
Oh wow. Oh,
Well done.
okay.
And because I'm a bit in pain today. Well done. So.
Well, Tina, that was the first one you've had where a spirit has been locked in time.
That's what he came through like.
Yeah.
He weren't walking. He was just
No.
frozen in that moment when
That was
the
when
explosion
that
happened.
was his last
But everything
millisecond
is
of life.
different in it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I thought the reason I asked that question was he aware, because we had a comment, are they aware on from the videos that we've done, are they aware, or can you let them know that they're heroes? And I thought, that's really really a good comment to pass on. So we did, and we found out something there, didn't we, Tina? That this particular fella didn't know that they won, or we won, and that there was another war, and had high regard.
Maybe others do, but just not this one.
Yeah, not this one, because it was cut off so quickly, wasn't he?
I think that's the way he went.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out when we do others, Tina, whether they were aware.
Okay. So
and
we'll leave that
really
now.
good. So good reading. So we're going to leave that one there, and we're going to have a bit of a rest, and then Tina, we'll see if we can do another one here, Tina. We've got we're not short.
Yes, we'll move into the other quarter.
Yeah,
whoever's going to come through is going to come through, whether in this graveyard or somewhere.
Absolutely. We've had them coming through 20, 30 miles, because they're able to see your energy and they're drawn to you. And yeah, there's no shortage.
Shall we have a little break now and get
We'll have a little break, a little cigarette. Not me, I don't smoke. And what are they?
I've got to keep on playing somehow, ain't I?
Yeah. And what have they got to do, Tina? We haven't got to do, but
please. I'd love it if you could subscribe, like, share, and comment.
Share's a big one, Tina. I'd love to get more people viewing this and finding out this
share
unique.
Share it to your friends. Share it to people who might be interested.
There is another, and there is another thing, that if you have any questions that you'd like to ask Tina, or something that we may want to, or you may want to ask the spirits, just leave a comment and we'll pick it up and we'll include it. It's not a problem. We're looking to expand what we're doing, aren't we, Tim? We're not just going to leave it on one plane. We want to expand, and maybe in a year's time it'll be completely different. But it's a journey. I've always said it's a journey, and if we can make it better and better and better and bigger, and that's what we're going to be doing.
Okay, au revoir.
I'll leave it at that. Okay, see you later, guys. Bye bye.